In this video we are discussing distributed system models. Models of distributed system. Distributed computing is a system where processing and data storage is distributed across multiple devices or systems, rather than handled by a single central device, and describes how components in a distributed system are structured, how they communicate, and how they handle failures and security. Types of distributed system models: physical model, architectural model, fundamental model. Physical model. A physical model represents the underlying hardware elements of a distributed system. It encompasses the hardware composition of a distributed system in terms of computers and other devices and their interconnections. A physical model majorly consists of the following components. Nodes. Nodes are the end devices that can process data, execute tasks, and communicate with the other nodes. These end devices are generally the computers at the user end or can be servers, workstations, etc. Links. Links are the communication channels between different nodes and intermediate devices. These may be wired or wireless. Wired links or physical media are implemented using copper wires, fiber optic cables, etc. Different connection types that can be implemented are as follows. Point-to-point links establish a connection and allow data transfer between only two nodes. Broadcast links, it enables a single node to transmit data to multiple nodes simultaneously. Multi-access links, multiple nodes share the same communication channel to transfer data. Requires protocols to avoid interference while transmission. Middleware. These are the softwares installed and executed on the nodes. It handles various tasks like communication with other nodes, resource management, fault tolerance. Network topology. This defines the arrangement of nodes and links in the distributed computing system. The most common network topologies that are implemented are bus, star, mesh, ring or hybrid. Communication protocols. Communication protocols are the set rules and procedures for transmitting data from in the links. These allow the nodes to communicate and interpret the data. Communication protocols. Communication protocols are the set rules and procedures for transmitting data from in the links. These allow the nodes to communicate and interpret the data. These protocols ensure reliable, secure, and efficient communication between distributed components. Examples of these protocols include TCP, UDP, HTTPS, MQTT, etc. Architectural model. Architectural model in distributed computing system is the overall design and structure of the system, and how its different components are organized to interact with each other and provide the desired functionalities. It is an overview of the system, on how will the development, deployment, and operations take place. Construction of a good architectural model is required for efficient cost usage and highly improved scalability of the applications. The key aspects of architectural model are client-server model, peer-to-peer model. Client-server model. It is a centralized approach in which the clients initiate requests for services and servers respond by providing those services. It mainly works on the request-response model where the client sends a request to the server and the server processes it and responds to the client accordingly. It can be achieved by using TCP/IP, HTTP protocols on the transport layer. This is mainly used in web services, cloud computing, database management, systems, etc. Applications. Web applications. Email systems. Database applications. Online gaming. E-commerce applications. Peer-to-peer model. It is a decentralized approach in which all the distributed computing nodes, known as peers, are all the same in terms of computing capabilities and can both request as well as provide services to other peers. It is a highly scalable model because the peers can join and leave the system dynamically, which makes it an ad hoc form of network. The communication is directly done amongst the peers, without any intermediaries according to some set rules and procedures defined in the P2P networks. Applications: file sharing, content distribution, communication applications, collaborative applications. Layered model. It involves organizing the system into multiple layers, where each layer will provision a specific service. Each layer communicated with the adjacent layers, affecting the integrity of the system. A hierarchical structure is obtained where each layer abstracts the underlying complexity of lower layers. It contains application layer, transport layer, internet layer, network layer. Fundamental model. The fundamental model in a distributed computing system is a broad conceptual framework that helps in understanding the key aspects of the distributed systems. The fundamental models are as follows. 1. Interaction model. Distributed computing systems are full of many processes interacting with each other in highly complex ways. 2. Remote procedure call, RPC. It is a communication paradigm that has an ability to invoke a new process or a method on a remote process as if it were a local procedure call. The client process makes a procedure call using RPC, and then the message is passed to the required server process using communication protocols. Thank you.